With the exhilarating mode of the new Apex Legends solos, I am ecstatic to dive back on into this game. What's up guys, Teaminator here, and I am going to be giving my thoughts and review on the new solos mode in this game. I'll also be going over the new cosmetics, the new patches, the new updates on pretty much everything. Hope you guys are having fun, having a great day. If not, hopefully this video makes it just a little bit better. So let's just dive on in. Apex Legends solos, have you played it? Have you tried it out? I definitely have. I've been trying this out for a little bit now, and I've obviously found out very quickly that I'm not exactly the best Apex player out there. The reason why I say that is because this mode tests you on your skills, because you don't have a squad backing you up, you don't have anyone carrying you, you don't have anyone to give you extra meds or to cover you or to look behind your back. It's just you and your skills and the guns you carry on your side. And I like it, obviously, because since it's solo, that's pretty much what a solo is supposed to do, and it gives a whole new sense of rush. It gives a whole new rush to the game, because again, you have to be fighting by yourself. You have to use the skills that you've had in the past and use them to the best you can in this mode. I do wish that they would work on a few things, which we'll get to in a little bit, but first we're going to be starting on the weapons. The nerfs and the buffs. The new weapons, or the new updates for the weapons, have been the alternator and the hammer point rounds. Now, this deadly combo that many of you have probably used in the past if you played Apex Legends has been a ridiculous combo, because it practically did one shot, or pretty much a 3-shot to, I think it was like a level 3 shield? I want to say it was a level 3 shield or something like that, and it was ridiculous. You pretty much could just smoke anybody in your path with it. Now, unfortunately, it has been nerfed. Not to the point to where it can't be used anymore, but to the point to where you would rather use a different option, or you'd rather use a different gun. Unfortunately, the Prowler has also suffered the same fate. It's to the point to where you have to make almost every single headshot count in order for the damage to be consistent, and not all of us are good at tracking our opponents, especially when it's coming to such a small spot like the head. So that might prove difficult. So as of right now, I would say just avoid those guns. I would definitely want to say that the Peacekeeper has become a little bit weaker, not to the point to where it's bad, but it's more inconsistent. I personally don't like any of the shotguns except the Hemlock. The Hemlock I can deal with, but the Peacekeeper, especially when it's mid or far, or yeah, pretty much in mid-range combat, it sucks, obviously, because it's a gun, or a shotgun. You're supposed to be hitting your opponents right in the face with it, and that's where it does shine. I've gotten many instant kills when you're literally right in their face, but the problem is that you're basically putting yourself at a disadvantage, because you don't know if there's more people in there, you know, you just don't know. Your opponent is your opponent is very unpredictable, and that's it's not exactly a risk that you really want to take. I want to say that the Hemlock and the Havoc have definitely gotten a little bit of a damage boost. From the Hemlock's damage, it used to originally be 15 for a body shot, and I think 25 for a body shot, and the damage has been increased by 2. Now headshots go for 27, I think, and 17 for a body shot, which is pretty good. It's obviously better than 15 for a body and 20 or 25 for a head. I honestly forgot what the old damage was, but you know, it's better than what it was. Obviously, as you can see right here, I think that was 50 for a body. Holy crap! Either that or I'm just hallucinating right there. Anyways, the Havoc has definitely gotten better when it was coming for its bullets. I don't know why, but whenever I used the Havoc, it felt like the bullets used to track your opponents. But I don't think that's the case. I personally think that the bullets have a huge hitbox on them themselves, meaning that the range that the bullets have themselves is extremely large, and it's very easy to hit your opponents. You can track them, but it does it does a ridiculous amount of damage to your opponent. But it also pretty much guarantees a hit if they're not swerving all over the place. But even then, you're really guaranteed to hit them. Let's see what else. I think that's everything. The Wingman obviously got a little bit of a nerf, but that was in the Season 2 update. I'm pretty sure everyone by now obviously can tell it by then, unless you haven't played in a while. Let's see what else. Oh yes, the R301. The R301 has gotten a little bit of a recoil increase. The recoil is not as bad as the R99, but it's to the point to where you don't exactly want to go for the far range tactic that everyone used to back in the old days. It's still a good gun. They haven't messed with the damage, they just messed with the recoil. It's still great. It's still great hip firing. It just, when it's coming to the long range, you don't exactly want to hit anyone or try to hit anyone because you're pretty much gambling at that point. The G7 Scout, as I have in this video, is absolute beast. I don't have any footage as of right now of how great the damage it does, but it's ridiculous. I'll get a video out as soon as I can, or a montage of how good the G7 is, because this gun is absolutely ridiculous. It does 95 for a headshot and 45 for a body shot, and that's not including the shield destruction too, I think. So this gun is ridiculous. Not to mention, it's almost like the R301. The only difference is the firing rate is obviously it's one shot, or I can't think of it, a single shot, single fire. Which has its pros and cons. I mean, you're not wasting every single bullet. You know, you have to focus on more. You have to focus more on when you're trying to hit somebody. But this gun is absolutely ridiculous. It even outguns the Spitfire, which is incredibly stupid in a way. But at the same time, it's surprisingly good. You know, I mean, the fact that you can go up against a Spitfire and say that, oh yeah, G7 will definitely outgun it, is kind of ridiculous, but in my opinion, I like it. I like that, you know, it's super adaptable. It can go from mid, close to far range. And that's the beauty of this gun. You know, you can pop a scope on it and you can take a scope off. My favorite is the level 2 scope that I have on my R301 right here. But put it on the G7 and it's really great. It's great for mid and close range, or just have a sniper scope for whenever you're trying to go for far range. But every single time I use this gun, I always feel confident. I've never had this gun let me down a day in my life. It's awesome. It's great. If you don't believe me, try it out for yourself. Give it a couple tries. If you don't, then let me know. The patch notes of the, I don't know if I said this or not, of the new update for at least console. I don't know about PlayStation or PC. I definitely don't think it happens to PC, because I've seen many live streams that I've never seen this happen on a PC. But for some reason, for Xbox, and it's not for the Wi-Fi, but for some reason the connection, you know, you're in a lobby, you're getting ready to play, and the connection just cuts out on you. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I've emailed them about this before. They haven't gotten back to me, unfortunately, but the problem is that, you know, you come home from a hard day's worth of work, and you want to hop on Apex Legends or whatever, and the game just boots you out. You know, you're getting ready to load in, and it just you know, kicks you out. It's really ridiculous, and it's a huge turnoff from the game, because this game is fun. It's great. It's not like groundbreakingly great, but it's good enough for you to want to come back and play again. And with this problem, it just sucks, because, you know, I mean, especially if you put money into it, or if you buy a new skin or whatever, and you're getting ready to test it out, like, oh, you're getting ready to dub on all of these guys with this new skin, and it just takes that all away. It just really sucks. which goes into the next conversation, the new skins. Now, the new skin update, it's only limited time for the solos, which kind of sucks, but it makes sense at the same time because, you know, it makes it that much more unique if you have it. But the problem is that it makes it even more unique because it's extremely hard to get. You know, you're either paying $7 for a random booster pack, and you're getting, let's say, a Gibraltar skin when you main a Wraith or Pathfinder or Lifeline or whomever, and you get the skin that you don't want, and you paid $7 for it. That is a huge turnoff, and it sucks. Yeah, or you could either get grind on the game, and you can possibly get a new skin pack by grinding and getting the achievements, because they do have a new achievement set out for this new mode of solos, and you can grind on it for, let's say, I don't know, 24 hours, so pretty much like a day or two, and you can pretty much get just about enough to get a new cosmetic. But the problem is that you have to roll the dice with these booster packs. Thankfully, they've made it so that you can go in the store now and you can pay a ridiculously amount in order to get the skin you want. Which, I guess, if you're planning to, like, waste money, you just get the skin that you know that you're going to get. So, they did make it somewhat compromised, and it was very quick when they did respond to this. But overall, I just wish that they either make skins that aren't that good of a quality, but they're good enough for you to play the game and get them like, oh, awesome, I got this, without having to worry about wasting your credit card, or, you know, having to go out and steal your parents' credit card if you're one of those kind of people. But I don't know, it's just kind of ridiculous. Leave a comment down below if you guys agree with me, and also leave a comment if you have had the same problems with the servers crashing. Now, I don't know if it's crashing on everyone's server when, you know, you're all loaded in that lobby. I'm not sure of that, but whenever I'm in either squads or solos, it just randomly boots me out. And sometimes it's the Wi-Fi. I will say sometimes the Wi-Fi does cut out, but 90% of the time it ain't my Wi-Fi. It's not the Wi-Fi. And my Wi-Fi it's not the best, but I know it's not going to cut out on me every single match. So EA, DICE, whomever works on this game, I hope you guys are listening, because this is absolutely ridiculous. I've been trying to get in touch with you guys, trying to let you know that it's almost broken. The server's almost broken, but I don't know. I mean, I just hope you guys can get this fixed as soon as you can, because this is a real letdown, and it makes me not want to play the game. Let's see. Let's go into the new spot on the map. The new spot, Octane's Circuit, I think it is. It is absolutely amazing. It is awesome. It basically screams Octane. It screams the brand of Apex, because it's basically a fast-paced spot in the map where you have, I don't know, 10 people landing, no, more than 10 people, like, I don't know, almost 20 people landing there, having half of them instantly killed, and the other half running around trying to get new guns, or trying to get guns and shields and whatnot. And it's awesome. I'm glad that they have the jump pads, so you can basically jump around in the entire spot of that map, or of the entire map, and it's just a fun time. You can also get some really rare stuff, like a level 3 backpack, helmet, or shield, or a knockdown shield. Those are extremely rare to get, but you might have a chance. But you have to be very, very fast when it's coming to being around there, because it's a very fast-paced part of the map. And since it's new, it has a whole bunch of hype. Everyone's going to it. So, little word of advice: either go somewhere near it, get loot, and then go in and just clean everyone up, or go in and make sure you're gonna get everyone, because it's very crazy. It's very chaotic, but again, it's fun. It's awesome. Going into the other part, which I was talking about earlier with shields. Now, in other Battle Royale games, you pretty much have, specifically the OG PUBG, they only had two different types of armor. They had the basic armor, and then they had the super heavy armor that you got in care packages or dropships. And I like that. It made the game even. It made it fair playing fields. It basically had to deal with skill at the end of the day, because, you know, you had the super high level, and if you get lucky enough to get to it first without getting completely destroyed or whatever, you have a great advantage. But it's extremely rare. In Apex, it's pretty much flipped upside down. It's to the point to where, hey, look, I see a level 3 body shield, and there's another guy over there who has wonderful skills. You know, he can hit every single shot, but the problem is that either the shield he has is lower than the ones his opponent has, and pretty much your opponent outguns him or out defends him, and it's just it's a huge letdown, because it's a huge letdown and a huge disappointment, because, you know, you load in the game and whatnot, and you just instantly die because your opponent has better guns, they have better shields, and they didn't exactly do anything to deserve it. They just found it, picked it up, and then just started starting to kill people. And that's just frustrating. It's just really frustrating. I understand, you know, it's also the way how the game works, but at the same time, they should just make it so that there's a limit to where the shields you have, because you should either have the epic golden shield that you can get only in care packages, and then you should have, like, I don't know, the level 2 shields as your basic shields in the solos mode. Now, in squads, I would say it's still ridiculous in squads. It is very ridiculous in squads, but, you know, you have a little bit more of an advantage. You know, you have two other people backing you up, you know, giving you meds, whatever you need, hopefully, unless they're toxic. But my point is that in solos, it's just you, your guns, and your skills, and also luck, which can be a real dick at sometimes, because you're trying to get something, and luck just comes in your face and says, nope, I'm gonna let this guy who has worse skills than you, and he's gonna get this awesome armor, and you're gonna get this crappy gun and this crappy shield, and you're just gonna have to deal with it, and you pretty much die. It's ridiculous. But let me know if you guys agree with me with that. Comment down below if you think they should change the shielding problem, because I don't know about you, but I just think it's stupid, because, again, your skills should outweigh the other your opponent's skills, but if they have better shields, that pretty much negates all of that, and it pretty much defeats the purpose. You might as well just be playing poker or something on GTA, or just gamble in real life or whatever, because that's what this game's really came down to. That's what the huge vibe that I have been getting from this game for the last few weeks and months, actually, because the gambling problem. And I definitely have to say EA has something to do, or a little bit to do with that. I'm not someone who likes to trash on gaming companies or who just chooses everyone, but I don't know. Let me know your comments down below. And as always, this is Teaminator signing off. Bye-bye.